Holy shit, it's fucking Brat today. Good God. Hey everyone. Where's the fucking Brat? That's crazy town. Welcome to fan fiction, our daily role-playing experience that we have here, play-by-post role-playing experience. If you want to join in, head on over to discord.gg/Henley to check out everything that we have going on over there. So play-by-post is where we do one action a day, and everyone gets to do something cool, I guess. All right, so we got a new character today, so let's first build him, I guess. Patrick McNamara. Patrick McNamara. Okay. I've never seen a Mc and then an N at the start. That's a new one for me. Mad Titan Chronos. Alright. Okay, let's take a look at your character now. Okay. So he is a laborer / healer. Okay. An actual healer in the game. Okay. So let's take a look. Laborer. I suppose I should just copy down what they actually get. So laborer gets that, and 12 wounds and 8 strain, and start off with 1 rank of athletics with 100 XP. Okay. Athletics radio. Okay, and the other one he wanted was healer, and those skills are those. Alright, so cool, discipline, knowledge, medicine, melee. You know, I like bit my tongue, and now like on the side, like over here, it really fucking hurts. I pity anyone who does that. Resilience makes it fucking actually pretty hard to talk, to be honest with you. Resilience, what's the other one? Survival and vigilance. Alright. Cool. So alright. Let's take a look at all the stats that he wants changed. Alright, brawn. Oh yeah, sorry. Brawn 3. Agility 2. The only one that's a 1 is willpower, which is pretty average willpower. Alright, so he's not changing any attributes. Brawn is agility. Wounds is brawn plus agility, right? Just want to make sure. Yes. So his wounds are 15 and 9, I guess. Yeah. He gets 100 XP. Alright. Okay. So he's got 1 in athletics already. I believe... Let's put on some stupid music in the background. Alright. Career skills are 5 times rank. And non-career skills are 5 times rank plus 5. Easy. So Brawl. Brawl is not a career skill. So that's 5 times 1 plus 5 is 10. Alright. Cool. Cool 2. Okay, so that puts him at -10 as well, because 5 times 2, 5 times 1 is 5, and 5 times 2 is 10, so 15 actually. Because you have to buy it sequentially, you can't just buy it in order. Knowledge 1, that's easy, that's 5 points. Okay, mechanics 2. Interesting. I wonder why you pick mechanics. He's a healer, so mechanics 2 as well. So 10, and then 5 times, so 25. Okay. Interesting choice. Medicine 2. Alright, so first level is 5, second level is 10, so 15. Leaves him at 30. Melee 2. So 5 and then 10 to 15. I don't think you're gonna have enough for everything, brother. Nope, you're not gonna have enough for everything. Range 2 is 25 points. You won't be able to get range 2. Resilience 1. You can get resilience 1 and survival 1. Which will leave you with 5 points left over. And then you have, yeah, so then you have 5 points left over. So you won't be able to get range 1 or 2 with that, but you can get everything else aside from range 1. Range 2. So if you wanted to move something around, let me know. But yeah, you've got 5 experience points left over. You can just keep that, and if you wanted to, you could keep it, and it'll just accumulate afterwards. Let's see here. Nope. Okay. All right. Just putting people's names on their XP so I know who it is. For the future. Because there was a bit of confusion on my end a couple of days ago. That's okay. Okay. And all right.
Girthy.
Hey, saving throw. Thanks for the girth, my man. All right. Save. Neato. All right. So, take a look at the actions today. So, where did we start? Okay. So, alright. Let's do the GM stuff while we're opening characters.
Girthy.
Hey, Tess. Thank you very much for the host. Let's see. Lavender. 14. Alright, big food. Wow, Jon Stone's back. That's interesting. Blind Watchman. Tyler Blackmore. Dr. Sirius, aka Zachary Blackhole. And Samuel Davis, Heavy Metal Madman. Samuel Davis. He's at 24 experience points. And Patrick McNamara. 6-7. Okay. Got a lot of people. Just go 6 turns to get through. So let's start it off with rolling some initiative. Yay. So this will be Olga. She's going to be 2 yellow, 1 green. Okay. That's not bad. It's the top at the moment. Jon Stone, aka Big Food Stuff. 3 green. That is not your dice, sir. 2 yellow, 2 advantage. So you're at the top, so thus far. Good stuff. Tyler Blackmore. Let's roll yours. 1 yellow, 1 green. Hey, we got a new leader. Look at that. You're not last today. Unbelievable. Alright, Zachary Blackhole, 2 yellow. 1 yellow, 1 advantage, 2 advantage, and 1 thing. That still puts you at the bottom though, all things considered. Yeah. Samuel Davis, heavy metal. Yours is 1 yellow, 2 green. 4 will put you on top for sure, heavy. 100%. And Patrick McNamara. Namarara. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. If you could add a phonetic guide to that, that'd be awesome. 1. Okay, so you are last. Definitely. Yes. Okay, so the order is Samuel Davis, Tyler Blackmore, surprise, surprise, Jon Stone, Olga Yaspolva, Zachary Blackhole, and Patrick McNamara. Alright. No boost dice. But before we get started, we're going to read the bio for Patrick McNamara. He once had a bright future, smart, hardworking, good with his hands. He would help out at his uncle's shop in Rockwell County. That was until he left for the war. Trained as a combat medic, he hoped to return and become a doctor. The horrors he witnessed changed that quickly. He now spends his days working in his uncle's shop and his nights drinking. Ah! That explains the mechanics and the medicine. Okay. We are learning. It is so bright in my office this morning. Look at this shit. It's like I'm fucking holier than thou. So I need my glasses because I can't see shit. Okay, so Samuel Davis. Actually, no, we need to put this in your bio somewhere. Perfect. Perfecto. Alright. Samuel Davis. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Sammy hurled a brick through the stained glass window. Crash. Always thought that thing would look tacky anyway. Climbing through, Sammy entered the foyer. The walls were black with splotches of red and yellow paint applied at random. Posters and flyers from different events held in the building lined the walls. Sammy made his way slowly through the room, taking in every ounce of the atmosphere. This was one of the main reasons he'd always show up. The creative energy that flowed through the room was almost intoxicating. Sammy entered the main hall, a room that once echoed rantings of a religious madman, now blasted the sounds of 24 punk rock bands every week. He made his way to the bar like he always did and took a seat. His eyes traced the dimly lit room, drinking in the sights. He turned his attention behind the bar, where bottles and knickknacks were proudly displayed. He scanned the collection until one item caught his gaze. He climbed to the top of the bar and made his way over. He grabbed the photograph off the wall. It captured an image of Sammy with 4 other people. 1 man and 3 women. Happy times, man. He hopped off the bar and went to leave. He stopped, no more than a meter away. Maybe a cause for the road. 3 bottles later, Sammy left the club for good. He kept moving north, out of the city, sticking to State Highway 119, or 119. I don't know how they say it in America. He turned back upon the city of Wendigo. Sammy had spent the better part of 2 years of his life in that city. He lived the way he wanted, free and wasted. Parties every night. And it was all brought to a screeching halt because of one lousy cloud. What a bummer. I'd like to use athletics to keep a steady pace on foot while traveling north on highway. Jesus Christ, man, you're going to be there for a while. Sure. You are just leaving Wendigo. It's going to take you a while to get over to the city for sure. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Athletics to keep a steady pace. Well, I mean, that's not exactly a dangerous role, you know? That's not like, you're not attempting to do anything out of the ordinary. It's not like you're attempting to, like, sprint down the highway and maintain that speed. You're just simply, you know, jogging, keeping up with the pace, that sort of thing. So it's not like you're required to make a roll here. But I will give you a strain, all the same, good sir. For, you know, doing something athletic. Alright. Good effort. Good hustle. Good hustle. Tyler Blackmar. Surprised to see you in 2nd place. As the scene starts, Wake Me Up when September Ends starts playing. Tyler gets out his jack. Gets out and lets Jack out to do... Oh, the dog ran. I thought you were, like, trying to jack your car up on something. I don't know. Lets Jack out to do his business. Before sitting back in the back seat with him, Jack puts his head in Tyler's lap and Tyler pets him. When Olga gets back, he gets in the driver's seat and heads into Bayland. The song Wake Me Up When September Ends. Okay. No strain required. You move in. Okay, great. The first time you get a good initiative and you don't even do anything cool with it. Yeah, that's the life, my man. That's the life. So no strain, no roll. You're good, my man. You're good. Alright, John Stern. Welcome back to the 4A, mister. Let's take a look at what you want to do. The scene starts with John riddled with cuts and bruises. He says, this is just not my day. But I have to find out where the rangers are and maybe I'll look around the stations and get some clues. John then goes around the station looking around the office of the Rangers. He notices a photo of 3 men. He look somewhat familiar to the bandits of the truck. You don't fucking say. Holding a large fish with a large banner over them saying, Rangers Big Catch, 1980X. What is this, Cyberpunk? He goes back to John with a look of shock and says, oh, what if I kidnapped the Rangers who tried to respond to the plane crash? Oh fuck, I think I just did that. John, realizing he's fucked up, he walks to the truck and moves all the Rangers' stuff inside the station and walks to the truck bed. John then hits the bed, which wakes up the Rangers, and he opens the back of the truck. Quickly backing away, John sees the faces of 3 Rangers who attempt to jump him, but they obviously fail, due to them not being able to use their legs for almost a day. Then John starts to apologize to the men, saying, okay, maybe I didn't realize that you guys were Rangers, but I just found out, so I wanted to say I'm sorry, and I'm wondering if I could sleep in the station for the night. Guys, look, I'm sorry I made you naked, kidnapped you, stole all your shit, but I need to crash in your place. Can I do that? I promise after that I'll get out of here and help you guys if you need help. The Rangers look at John with confusion. At least that, as the lean Ranger says, what the fuck? I'd like to use my charm to get in the good graces with the Rangers, be able to use the station for a night, day, whatever. Okay, well, I mean, it goes without saying, given the circumstances, this will be a pretty tough role. Failure doesn't mean that they will, you know, assault you or whatever. Unless you get like a fucking critical failure or something like that, right? So I'm gonna say this is 3 purple. 3 purple. For the difficulty. Okay, how about this? 2 purple, 1 red, because you fucking kidnapped them and naked them. And we'll give you 1 black as well. Simply because you gave them the worst kidnapping experience you could possibly imagine. Not only did you declothe them, but you basically didn't feed them water for a day or so, or a couple of hours. You basically didn't attend to them, you know. That doesn't add points to your favor. So we'll go with that. Plus, you know, as far as they're concerned, you're a looter and all that shit. So there's a lot going against you here. That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm not trying to like overload you with difficulty here, which is why it's only 2 purple instead of 3. But I did add the red in there because, you know, you fucking kidnapped them. Alright, so your charm is 2 yellow, 1 green. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. You could do better. Okay. I mean, well, this is one of those weird rolls where, like, you succeed, but you critically fail. That's a despair. That's like the thing that you didn't want to get. Huh. Well, I mean, you succeed, right? So they're not... Okay, I think I understand what this would be, right? Realistically speaking, let's say that in real life you kidnap a law enforcement agent, okay? You kidnap someone who's there to protect laws, uphold laws, or whatever you want to say. And he is, or they are, for the most part, aware of the difficulties that you might be facing, right? Having a concussion, coming out of a plane crash is literally like the thing that the minimum that you could walk away with a plane crash with, right? So let's say that this despair, critical fail, is them during your sleep, right? They agree to let you sleep here, which you take. You fall asleep, and then for your own good, I say that in quotations, they're going to restrain you and attempt to bring you to the hospital in Wendigo. After all, you are the only surviving person of a plane crash who, for the most part, would have some sort of trauma, like maybe you have like brain damage or something. Because, you know, kidnapping people who come to the plane crash site isn't exactly the first thing people functioning. Let me correct that. Functioning people do. So that's what's going to happen. You drift off to sleep. You'll get half of your strain back, which is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give you 1 for using your charm, so you're back up to 5. 5 of 9. However, you wake, and because you know, you got a despair. This is generally how it goes in this game. A despair means that you were so tired, and your strain represents that pretty well. You were 8 of 9, which is like, you know, teetering on falling asleep anyway. You are, for the most part, restrained to a gurney, right? Or probably wouldn't be a gurney. It'd probably be like a cot. You know, like a military cot. You're probably like restrained to that with like belts. You know, so it's not impossible for you to break out, and you're a big, strong man, as you've shown before. But these men are very much worried about your mental safety right now. You don't seem to be physically injured. Well, I mean, you are, but you're not like... You don't seem to be in any danger of loss of life. But having said that, yeah, you're struggling to find a good place to sleep. That's all that's going to happen. You're restrained. You can break out of it. It's not impossible. But yeah, that's what these men are most concerned with. So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Okay, Olga. Olga is next. Olga, wake up, ma'am. Olga wakes up. She has a feeling that another day has come, but however, she's still a little bit tired. He found the willow. Excellent. We need to remove the bark. Yes, there it is. Diner Willow was once a family restaurant. Near the entrance, there is a sign with a menu on the front window. There is a paper with the news that claims we now hold children's parties. Make your child happy with our cuisine. Neon letters of the willow is not lit. She turns and looks at Tyler. He is unbelievably serious, and his frowning facial expression only emphasizes his incredible calm, courage. Full of dignity and with the feeling of fulfilling his duty, the policeman utters, "It is here, madam. The willow." Would he really say madam? I'm sure. Yeah, I guess Americans do say madam a lot. Like, especially when they're referring to someone that they don't know. Being called a sir by a TSA agent as they rifle through your shit is, you know, both demeaning and encouraging. So, yeah. She kneels down and covers her face, trying to laugh as quietly as possible. Tyler starts to worry, thinking that Olga has had a mental breakdown of some sort, but his facial expression relaxes when he sees her gently smiling. She wipes her tears. Oh my god, a budding romance. Well, it is the Willow, indeed, finally says the young woman, chuckling. She deeply sighs, and the laugh breaks down her decadent mood, and relief from her recent daunting encounter finally comes to her. I meant a willow tree. No, it's fine. Olga calmly says, seeing his discouraged face. It is good that we're here. Maybe we can find what we didn't find in the store, and then we can continue our journey to others. To the others. To others? Yeah, okay, I guess that works. I'd like to use perception to find a screwdriver. Oh, Jesus Christ. You want everything, huh? Screwdriver, can opener, tuck hammer, pliers, wrench, measuring rod. Measuring rod? What is a measuring rod? Hacksaw, side knives, short shovel, flashlight, batteries. Okay. Can opener, you can find. Everything else, side knives, yeah, I guess you can find like a kitchen knife or something like that. Everything else will depend on your perception, and we'll go in the order that you listed here. So perception, so you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things. Okay, well, I'll give you 1 purple for every 2 things that you want, because you want a list, right? You're looking for any, like, everything on the list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.5. So I'll give you 3 purple, 1 red. And we'll put a black in there because it's dark and you're trying to look for things, as is normally the case with this. Let's see what you find, if anything. Perception. 2 yellow. Okay, I mean, you walk into the room and there it all is in a pile, neatly weighted. No. You succeeded in that roll, which is really, really hard to beat. So good job. That was a very, very hard roll, but you managed to do it. By the hair of your chinny chin chin. So we'll give you a strain for that. But yeah, no, you find everything that you want. It takes, you know, a couple hours. Not an hour, like maybe like 40 minutes or so to sort of find everything. You know, screwdriver, can opener, that sort of stuff is all found in the kitchen, like in the, maybe in the, you know, maintenance room. The shovel is out back, obviously. The hacksaw was kind of like I imagine that there was a truck in the lot somewhere that had a bunch of like tools in it and shit. So it wouldn't be too far removed to think that you could find all this stuff. So good stuff. All right, Zachary Blackhall is next. Okay. The time-honored tradition of looting. There was something primarily satisfying about stealing something that didn't belong to Zach, but it took his brief stint in Harlem to truly appreciate the art. He was shacked up in some flop house next to a crazy cat named Ashley. He and 2 others were there to fleece a life insurance policy, but one of his comrades got greedy and tried to rob Ashley. He didn't know who he was fucking with. The dipshit tied her up and discovered Smorg's hoard of stolen ideas and paperwork. In the short seconds before he was alerted, Ashley escaped through the window, leaving her birth certificate, but Zach and his 2 friends were missing their fake IDs. Jesus, even a brief search turned up blackmail, tax documents, and financial records of half the goddamn city. She paid her room in cash, no car, or known aliases, and no known associates. She was a complete ghost. Zach tracked her to a clerk in the county office a stolen identity because Ashley turned out to be a man who'd lost his credentials, and Zach gave up out of pure respect. Zach always had a skill in theft, but it truly humbles oneself to see a master of the craft. But here, thieves and smugglers were kings in the riots and war zones. Trade goods and luxuries kept communities going, and there was always someone on top. He stretched his sword back, turned on his flashlight, and prepared to loot the place. He'd need trade goods or items for bribes if he was correct. Then he'd need to replace the spark plug. Head for Bayland. Baby steps. There's a lot of work to do. Time to get to work. Zach will use untrained survival to loot the gas station, then make a break for Bayland. Alright. Survival kind of works in this regard. In terms of difficulty, we'll just leave it at a solid 3 purple. We won't give you a black because you've actually stated that you're using your flashlight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to search something in the future, it's always going to be dark. So make sure you say, I use my flashlight, GM. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you're not using your flashlight, which would mean that, you know, you get a black. Yeah. Survival, huh? 3 green. Is there a reason you're not using perception here? Anyway, we'll roll that. Let's see what you do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, survival. So you're specifically looking for things of value, things to barter with. So, like, I mean, the first stuff to go in the apocalypse, I guess, in a riot, is things like water, toilet paper, canned goods, you know, things deemed important for survival. Soap is also gone. You know, some of the more intense medical stuff, like cleaning alcohol, that sort of shit, that's all gone too. The stuff that's left is like, there's like a 16-kilo bag of dog food in here and some other shit, you know, like the dry stuff, not the wet stuff. Yeah, I can't even imagine a 16-kilo bag of wet dog food. But yeah, I mean, searching the place, you don't really find anything that you would deem valuable in a barter specifically is what you were looking for. So I'll give you a, yeah, I'll give you a strain. And yeah, that's where we'll leave you. So you said you wanted to also replace the spark plug. And head for Bayland. Okay, so yeah, you take your time going through this place and you don't see anything pop up out of the ordinary. And then you just sort of, yeah, head on down, I guess. Alright, so last one is Patrick McNamara. I don't know how to pronounce your name, man. Phonetic guide would be fucking amazing. So we'll go. Alright. Patrick McNamara. Hail Mary, full of grace. Pat hadn't been to confession in almost a year. He'd given up on the church 6 months before that. That didn't mean he didn't like the idea of dying with a heavy conscience. Well, heavier than it already was. The door to the shop shuttered again, and Patrick could hear the looters squabbling between one another. With shaky hands, Pat reached for the shotgun his uncle had left in the shop, the one he'd grabbed to take with him to Bayland. A few more hours and he'd be on his way to Bayland and out of this madhouse he was in now. Racketing the 12-gauge, Patrick continued his prayer. The Lord is with thee, blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Patrick murmured low under his breath. He'd been an idiot to think the looters would ignore the shop just because it was small and out of the way. He would have left that afternoon instead of waiting for the night. Now he sat, gun in hand, pressed to a dead car, hoping to heaven that if push came to shove, the looters would either give up or let him leave. they would leave. They would have the shop in his. They could have his shop in his mind, at least for now, as long as he could make it out there with his motorcycle, a few tools, and his life. He'd almost done. Sorry, almost done. He continued his prayer, crossing himself in the process. And then out of the and then what? When the enter solid thud. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. And the crack caused him to jump. Jesus. Pat moved slowly back towards the bike, unlocking a large metal door for a quick getaway. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners. Thud. Now. Crack. And at the hour of our death, one looter pushed his head into the door. This place is ours. All right, take it. Take what you can, boys. Anyone? What stops you? Show them who's in charge here. Patrick pulled the trigger, sending a spray of shot towards the intruders almost on instinct. Amen. His goal was to scare them away, but to show that he wasn't defenseless if that didn't work. I'd like to use ranged to attack the first looter. The intent is to scare the others to allow myself to get away. So I know you wanted ranged, but you, in your character creation, you literally could not afford it. And I think the reason why your math was wrong was because you didn't sequentially buy your levels. So there's a couple of times when you went 2 in something, instead of it being like 10 experience points, it was 5, right? So I can understand why you would think that you'd have ranged. I'd be willing to change that. But for now, I think what's going to happen is we're going to actually just roll here. And I'm not going to penalize you too hard for this because I know that you don't have any skills in ranged. So you have 2 purple versus 2 green. See how you go. I mean, you succeed, so not that bad. It's just the one dude. So bullets basically just collide with a looter, the pellets, I guess, and it sends him flying into one of the dead cars that you have in your mechanic shop. And the rest of them sort of like hesitate for a second, and one of them bends down to see how his friend's doing, and the other one just gets angry, riled up, and charges headlong into the back room where you are. So you'll need to make another attempt to escape basically here in your next session. But yeah, good job. Good job, everyone. So I will be posting an act today at some point. So if you are in the area of Balin, which I believe is Olga, Tyler, Paul, if Paul's still there, and I guess Victor was the other one, but you know, I haven't seen an act from those blokes in a while, so we'll see how that goes. But the text will sort of be mostly about you. If you're not there, you can just continue as you were. And yeah, that's how we'll go. All right, guys. That's pretty much the Act 12. Cool, huh? Yeah, I think so. So we're gonna be playing Ghost of a Tale today. In preparation for the launch of the new Magic game tomorrow. So, but yeah, let's do it.